Oh, you already started? How is everybody? This is real apple juice. Look at the color of it. There's arsenic. There's arsenic, Buddy said. There's arsenic in here. So Pinocchio never made it to school because it was just bad luck, the apple. And Snow White only made it to the top of her coffin. It was a glass coffin. Where was that coffin? Where was Cinderella made? Don't shut me off yet. Come on. I can answer all your questions. But I have an answer to something that somebody never even asked me. I'm not even going to make a long video of this whole thing. Hey, what big ears you got? Well, that's for the angel transmission. Don't go with my cottontail. I leave a mark everywhere I go. I know where I've been. I know my mark. I know my step. What great big teeth you got there? There to crunch on all these carrots so I get my vitamin A so my brain starts to work. Pretty big feet, eh, for Bugs Bunny? Knows how to use his hands quite well and his glove like Michael Jackson. But it's all a dream. This is as close as you can get to milk. Whatever milk you're drinking is no good. Don't drink any of the milk anymore. You know why? Even if there's something of a little bit inside of you, who says that little bit inside of you is going to go away? How do they know where it's hiding? They figure 50 years later your whole family will die from the old apple juice. You notice? I'm not wearing a red cap because I found a mystery that is so crazy that it's insane. It's just insane. Nobody's ever done this. First I'm going to show you somebody on Facebook had H44. 4 on this side, 4 on this side. One triangle here, one triangle here. They put them together, space number 7, 7 space of 4, 7 space of 4, 47 is time, 74 is Jesus, 74, 47 is 121, 11 by 11 is 121. See the way it opens up here? Because when you turn it this way, and this way, you have your H and your I in 1. 1 is the empty space to stand. But this is the minute, the moment we've all been waiting for. Where's my book? The reason, let me light up a cigarette. Now you're going to like this one, because I'm like, I don't even want to say it because it's so stupid. It might not even be, I mean, if you want to know really and truthfully more or less what the Illuminati sign is, you see the difference between this and this? By dividing God's world, which is an open face triangle, not this building triangle, he opened it up. When you put two B's on top of each other, it should look like this. One is a straight. It's like the N, it's like the A, it's a straight back of all the letters, because it was split. And when the world was originally put together, this is what you have left over. One side of 10, two side of 10, the V up and the V down, you bend this thing in half, it ends up to make an X all on its own on the outside. But we can also put the X on the inside if I would have made it bigger, making 10, 20, 30. The 10 world, the 10 world, the 10 world. But this 10 world has to hold this world, and this 10 world has to hold that world, making this one 20. So if this one's 20, this one's 10, it's 30, this one's 40. There you go. We got a 40 monopoly. Number 11, the Suez Canal. See, we got the same X the same way. Look, he's still standing. What happens when you split something in half? Okay, it takes on a new position. But the only time you can split something in half, okay, is if you have with what to split it. I'm going to show you. Choose a number, a letter, I don't care. Number, letter, shape, I don't care. Anyways, we're going to take a number, I'm going to take a number 4. Okay, and I'm going to show you number 4, and this is the only one. 4? Where's that 4? Well, you saw the 4 in the other one. Here's the other kind of 4. 7 and 1 makes a 4. Now, when you have to split the 4 in half, the 4 is not like the other number, because the 1 is already inside the 4. So now if you have to go center and split it, there, now you got your 4 there. Yeah, it's a little animal space. 11, 11. Because it's between this and here and this and here. Something in the center. Only the 1 will do that, and it will only do that to the 4 and the 7. And I'll show you the 7 now. I'll show you a big 7. Now I cut it in half. Now I'll show you a 5 also. You want to see a 5? I'm going to show you the 5 also. But don't forget, there's online and offline. I'm going to show you both of them, okay? This is the 7, which we still have this angle here to create still the flat back 7, but look at it. It looks like the kuf in Hebrew. Now on this side, if we count the line, or if we take away the line, you made a little 7. You became a big 7 with a different kind of 7 over here. But if I turn that 7 this way, it becomes the ace. I've just made it a little extra long. This is the 5. Right through the center, it makes a 9 and a 6. Now if I take this 5 in a single world, because I'm not doubling up, I'm not making it square, I'm just taking a 10 world, it's 10 because zip, straight up one area, monopoly. Zip, straight down the other area, monopoly. Zip. You know what I'm saying? Take that 5. Now, look what happens to the 5. It makes it really tiny compared to this one, and really tiny. So now we can maybe look at these as new words. There's a tail on this end, there's a 0 over here. There's a tail on this end, there's a 0 over here. C, 0, C, 0. C is 3, 0 is 0, 0, so you have 30, 30. 30 and 30 is creation. There's only 4 months. You only can do that twice. You know why? Because first the 5 is that way, then the 5 is that way. That's all you can do. 30, 30, 30, 30. 3 30s go down, and 1 30 comes up. 1 second. 3 30 times 3 down. 1 times 30 up. Because we're making a baby here. And you got 4 months in the year, 30 days. And in Monopoly, one of the angles, you go to jail. So that's an angle up. So anyways, the Illuminati had either taken this original sign and said they own it, or they're using this sign. Don't you notice it's a little bit like the angle we're on? See, it's a 7, the other one's a 7, they turn into 7s. From out here, which looked like an L angle or a B, now you have the world of 7. And you're even designing them. And they're even the same length. Because it all works out. Tilt. It's on tilt. You see why it's down here? Because this leg here supports it. See how it's supported? Straight up over here. An extra tail hanging. Supported over here. This one is supported totally towards the center. So when it's leaning down to one side, it's not really weak. But if it gets too high, you can topple over. And then it'll cause a storm of some sort. And we'll have a big storm. Another thing to do is letters. So just got a couple of shots here. E. The letter E or the letter L. Let's say it's just one word because the E sounds before the L. Let's say the letter L and we sounded the E. The E is the 5th letter, the L is the 12th, 512 memory. M-L-M. Elementary B, my dear. Back to school, I think. We've got 512 all lined up. But it's got to be 4096. 40 is the game. 32, 32, 32 is the 1, 2, 3 times around the alphabet. E, 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 40s. And 32 reverses 23 times 3 is 69, which is man in its birth. It's 3 of 4. Everything is 3 of 4. The 4th one is a whole 10. It's God. Then you're mixed in with the other world. I don't know how that other world. Are they somewhere else? I already know that it's told me that in the time of Noah, Atlantis got buried. under the ground, but purposely buried under the ground, because wherever we live right now, the skull stones, the Mayan calendar, the Bible, all real, my friends. There's just a story that's a little bit deeper, and you got to learn how to read it through the words. When they say empty, what does it mean? When they say scratch, what does it mean? Is it a record player plane? Is it a record player plane in the year when Christ was born? Was there record players? No. But did God write the Bible for what they had 3,000-4,000 years ago? Or did he write the Bible so it works up to today's date, so we can understand today and the past? Everything was brought up for today and tomorrow. We're in bought and borrowed time right now. Don't get angry, don't be upset. Game over, man. Game over. You should be used to it, eh, you guys? Playing all these machines, it's game over. But don't worry, because the next game that's coming is a game for the hearts. Right now we played the game of the spades. The black spade. The jack, he's holding that lasso, or he's holding one side of 8. Jack of spades shows that he's got either lasso, or he's holding diamond in the center and 2 eggs on top. Put that, double that up, and together you got 88. With a diamond in the center creates a 4-leaf clover. Because the 4-leaf clover is right up here with us. What do you want to know? How come 3 points? How come a goalie? How come a goose egg? How come one score? How come 60 minutes? Doesn't matter. I mean, I'm going to say it now, and God forbid it happens. Best will God know. But I know the answers now. Because the answers are a game. If it works out, there is no being wrong. Logistical, we're getting things in order. While things are getting out of order, on the other hand, in the newspaper, everybody wants to be seen all over the world, taking in tons of money. The primary situation right now is, what are we going to do before the game ends? I never read the Bible, but I assume that what happens near the end of the game is that the people who know how to collapse what is going on will start to show strength and force, not viewable force, and only on paper. What do you think needs to be done? But everybody knows at the end, whatever we need to get done, it ain't going to take 1 year. It probably could if all billions of us got together. But God made it a little difficult. He split up the islands. He says, now you try it. He says, try it again. Now you're split up. Every time, I mean, we're passing bridges all the time. We're all on islands all the time. You're always one island to the next island. Sometimes you work on the island. Sometimes you work off the island. And the good old Lord, He knows at the end, no matter how hard we try, even if we want to fight back at them, myself, in my heart, do you think I want to stand up against somebody and say your life or mine? That's ridiculous. Somebody fighting to get a paycheck? Insanity. Insanity. Fighting to get a paycheck to kill for somebody for what? If the goddamn shit's no good, then don't let anybody have it. Bar that shit from the world. When you play crap, sometimes they just bar 12, because you just have to do it. But you know why they bar the 12? Because the 12th card is the queen. And there's only one queen in this world. And He is the mightiest of all kings. You know why? Because He's an even number. He has to be an even number, the king. Because Alpha Omega starts at the beginning and ends at the end as the beginning again. And that's why He's the king. Because He put together this cobweb of international differences of games and languages just to separate us, just to bring us together, because each one of us plays a different game in a different country with a different name, with 6 dots on a dice, with cards, with 1 or 2 marks on it. In fact, they brought back one of the earlier card games. They called it Mahjong. It actually means, I am the sun. I am the game. May says M-A-I-I-A-M reversed. S-I-O-N. Anyways, before we go, we're going to finish off on this. ESP. Espanol, Espanol. Niol. It's one of those little nuts. And the Niol is on the King of Spades. On the card I have here. I don't know where it is. Okay? So let me see where it is. I didn't do it. I don't know where it went. Let me look. Niol, Espanol. Niol. Come on, you didn't get it yet? Niol, Lion, lion. ESP, Niol, lion. Extrasensory perception, lion, Pan, Payoff, the one spirit of the sixth angel of God, Espanol. Wow. It's pretty crazy. He's Spanish. He's something different on every corner. So every religion and every race has a chance to figure something out. And if we were all together and on the computer and we don't care where anybody comes from, we can just put it together. Stay away from garbage. It's not good for my brain. When my body has to take time to reassure my brain that it's okay for what it ate and it doesn't get a headache, you eat something that has something else in it for no reason at all and your body has to work harder, my brain goes to sleep. I'm not looking to go to bed. I try to eat the right foods. Don't want to starve myself. I want to overeat. Just want it to be right. And guess what? I'm very lucky. Because I'm starting at 11. And to my left is 10. And to my right is 12. Behind me is the 8 for heaven. And in front of me is the 14 for the passage of Christ. Because the 14 is in the center of Rubik's Cube. And take a look what it does. Thank you.